Y'all bear with me. Y'all know how we do out here on the late night with these walks. So yeah, this Bobby Shmurda situation can turn out real bad for people. People don't realize that people's livelihoods and whole careers can be ended off of these homosexual rumors just based off of other people looking for attention, chasing clout, trying to go viral online, not realizing that that type of behavior right there could push a person in such a deep, dark, tight corner that it makes them lash out viciously, and it could be in your direction. Not to say Bobby Shmurda will go that way, but just in case y'all ain't familiar, the other day, maybe I think today or yesterday, day before, there was a video that came out with Bobby Shmurda, and he was in the bed with what appeared to be two females. And one of the females had a very, how would I say, I don't want to say basic, but I want to say she had a hairstyle that you see a lot of females having. It's a hairstyle, a very common hairstyle, very common little hairdo that you see a lot of females having. You can see it every day. I've seen like 3 or 4 females with it today. So it's very, 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 very common, right? So, you can see this female's hairstyle. You can see the top of her head, light skin, light complected female, right? And it was a short little social media video. It was kind of funny, So the video starts going viral and some guy comes out. I guess he's of the homosexual persuasion, and comes out and says that the female, or who everybody is alleging to be a female in the video, is actually him, right? So he's saying basically that he's having a homosexual relationship with Bobby Shmurda. Pretty much is what it's going. So with dude being a rapper, supposed to be a gangster, that's not gonna go over real well with his fan base. As soon as they find out that a gangster rapper gay, his whole career is out the window. It's done. Then again today, who knows? Who knows today? But it was like that back in the day. So anyway, with that coming out like that, I'm sure he's not liking it. He's already came out and addressed it and pretty much said that people do whatever for attention, which I agree. Now, let me say this. I don't know if the dude is gay or not. I really don't know. It's none of my business. I ain't judging him on it, but it's being spoken about in the public. So I'll say this. As I was saying earlier, that hairstyle is common as hell. And one thing that reigns true about the homosexual, the very feminine homosexual male, is he copies natural females. That's what he does. That's what his whole inspiration, his training comes. He sit back, he hangs with real girls, and he copies their swag, their movement, their hairstyle. Same thing with the very, very masculine female. She sits back and she watches the male that she admires, and that's who she acts like, right? So I say that to say this. I'm leaving it. I say that to say this. The hairstyle that the female had in the bed with Bobby Shmurda, really, the guy who came out and said that was him in the bed with Bobby Shmurda, that's just the hairstyle that he utilizes. He looked and seen that picture, was like, damn. And maybe even some of his friends was like, bitch, that looks like you. Or he probably even said it himself, like, damn, that kind of looked like me right there. Let me go ahead and do some little hot shit and get on here and try to get some attention, right? And this is why it can be dangerous. I guess I'm getting ready to show my age here. I remember back in the day, there was a talk show host called Sally Jesse Raphael, right? And it was an episode where she brought this young man on. He was single, bachelor, whatever the case. She brought him on and told him that she had a surprise guest that wanted to meet him, and it was supposed to be an admirer, right? So she gets him on the show, and the admirer comes out, surprises him, and the admirer, I believe, is the grandson of his next door neighbor. So it's his next door neighbor's grandson. So come to find out, the next door neighbor's grandson, of course, is gay, and he's interested in the grandson's neighbor. But the grandson's neighbor was made to feel very uncomfortable on Sally Jessy Raphael. He made it very clear, like, I don't even get down like that. I don't know why y'all even brought me on this show. Like, you can tell he was very uncomfortable. Yet the gay grandson or homosexual grandson, LGBTQ plus IA, no offense, whatever the case may be, how y'all add a lot of letters to that. He's like really pressing the issue, making this man uncomfortable. Like he's really pressing the issue on him. And this is in the 90s. You know, so this particular situation had so much effect on the grandmother's neighbor because, you know, this was seen damn near worldwide. It's Sally Jessy Raphael, one of the biggest names in talk show hosting during this time frame. So this, of course, is like the equivalent of going viral today online. You're going to be on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you know, all the social media outlets, TikTok, whatever the case may be. So he's making the rounds. Everybody is seeing him around town. It gets so bad that eventually he kills his neighbor's grandson. He shoots this guy in the chest. He murders him. Because that one episode had put his life so far, it had did so much damage to his social life that he killed that man. Didn't even think about it twice. Went and shot him in the chest. And the man was still approaching him. And this is what happens. Which also leads me to go on to say, like, y'all have been working so hard. This is my message to the so-called homosexual community, right? Y'all have been working so hard over the last 20, 25, 30 years to become mainstream and accepted as the world accepts a man and a woman. Yet some of you has this tendency to use that lifestyle, knowing that it's looked down upon. You try to use it and weaponize it against people. Even if a man is so-called homosexual and he's done something to you, why are you going to try to pull him out of the closet, as they say, before it's his time? Why are you trying to reveal his truth before he's wanting to do it himself? So if Bobby Shmurda, even if Bobby Shmurda is homosexual, which I doubt that he is, and even if he is, whatever the case may be, right? It's not for the guy in the video whose face was covered, if that was him in the video with Bobby Shmurda. It's not for you to try to expose your identity and say that's me and say that's Bobby Shmurda, which means that you're exposing Bobby Shmurda's truth well before he may be even ready to put that out there. He has a society that he has to deal with. But y'all want to be accepted and you want to mainstream this shit, right? So that's all I wanted to say. Playing these type of games that's being played with Bobby Shmurda is dangerous. To the men and women out there that's a part of the so-called homosexual community, specifically the men. Y'all like throwing dudes up under the bus all the time. Man, stop that. You had your time for your truth. Let them have their time for their truth. And because, you know, you're really putting yourself in danger when you messing with certain people and pushing them in the corner like that. You know, you just never know how people will react to situations like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, man. Please let me know what y'all think in the comments. Shoot us something, put it out there, TV. 1.